So number 2 tip for self-care routine would be to implement a better nutrition, whether that be a nutrition plan or whatever you may do. I don't know if you really truly notice any differences, but I can tell you that I personally have been able to tell major differences when I am not fueling my body properly. So what do I mean? And I'm sure that there have been things that you have probably noticed too, like let's say you've gone out drinking the night before. Well, the next day you feel awful, and you might, even if you're not like hungover, you still might feel awful because you just feel like you're really tired, you feel drained, your mental clarity isn't as much there, and granted that is alcohol, but you can have like the same type of effects if you have a mass amount of sugar or simple carbs that will then in turn metabolize and increase your insulin. It'll spike your insulin levels, and it basically gives you that short burst of energy, and then it just drops. And when you do that too much, it becomes really difficult for your body. And other things, as I mentioned, you might have brain fog, you might have reduced energy, and there's just so many more things that you probably notice but don't realize that it's being stemmed from what you're eating. So you need to know that when it comes to nutrition, if you need more energy and you need to be able to stay focused and to have the energy to play with your kids, or to have the clarity to be able to do a business meeting, to speak in a business meeting, or to create some document for your boss, you need to be fueling your body with something that will help your brain to function properly in order to be able to do that, and also to give you the energy to be able to do that, to be able to deal with the emotional and mental and physical stresses that are going on within your day. Because if you're not eating whole foods, you will begin to notice that those things are more difficult. Like stress becomes more difficult to deal with. But when you're eating those whole foods, your body has less stress that it's dealing with internally to metabolize those foods. And it's fueling your body the way that it needs to in order to function properly. So I know that I don't know if that made 100% sense, but because it's kind of one of those things where it's like, okay, I don't know if I understand. But when you're eating like junk food, you're not giving your brain and your body the nutrients it needs to be able to maintain our crazy, hectic lives. And when you're giving your body those whole foods, vegetables, fruits, whole grain, like quinoa or oatmeal, and I'm not talking about like brown sugar oatmeal or something like that. I'm talking about like whole oats, and not bread. So, or not pastas, things like that. We're talking like the whole grain foods. So, and rice is another good one. But those are whole grains versus like the simple grains or the simple carbs. You're looking at, bread and different flours and pastas. Those things are not going to fuel your body as well as those whole grains would. So as you're going throughout your day, if you're eating those whole nutritional foods, your body will be able to just deal with the stressors of the day. And as a busy mom, as a busy woman, as a busy person, you need all the help that you can get to be able to deal with those stresses. Whether you're realizing it or not, whether, you're like, well, but I'm not stressed. And it's like, okay, but you're dealing with stresses whether you realize it or not. So you need to be giving your body what it needs to be able to function the best that it can. So I just wanted to pop on here and share that with you guys, and I'm going to be sharing a blog later on today that will give you some tips and ideas of how you can implement better nutrition into your day, even if you are super, super busy, and what that exactly means, like what better nutrition you would be wanting to implement. And I look forward to sharing the next tip in my self-care series tomorrow with y'all, and I hope that you're going to have a wonderful day, and I appreciate you stopping by and hanging out with me for a little bit. Okay, have a great one. This is Coach Bev or Beverly Schleig from BeverlySchleig.com. See you later. Bye.